Hi, this is Andrew Smith, instructor at Ferris State University and runner of artbysmitty.com. This is going to be part 12, and it will be the final video in my Dota 2 workshop video tutorial series. And in this video, we're going to go over rigging this weapon inside of 3ds Max and then importing it into Dota 2. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and open up Max 2012. And I'm actually going to center this here for you a little bit. Okay. Alt-W is going to allow us to go full screen. I'm going to come up here and say File Import. Now, I have exported this out as an OBJ file already. So I'm going to go find my my model real quick. OBJ files. Low poly optimized. I had to go and cut out a few triangles from the mesh to make sure it fit underneath the 250 limit. So here's what we got. Hit J to get rid of the box, hit G to get rid of the grid, and if we hit F4 we can see the wires. Okay, so from here what I want to do is we need to make sure first of all that our model has just a standard shader applied to it. So hit M and just throw a standard shader onto your model. From here, that's important. From here I'm going to go to Import, and I'm going to go up a few levels here to Bloodseeker, Models, Heroes, Bloodseeker, SMD, and I want to do this Bloodseeker _ weapon.smd, hit Open, skip all of those. And from here, I need to make sure convert from left-handed coordinate space is on, clicking OK. Hit OK. And what that's done is this has actually brought in the Bloodseeker bones with the weapon mesh. So our responsibility now is to actually align our weapon with this weapon. Okay, so making sure that it's going to fit within his hands. So I'm going to say effect pivot only, center to object real quick. I'm also going to change my view to not to local but to screen. There we go. Ooh, I love how buggy Max 2012 is. Okay, coming back here. Move this guy into place as best we can. You're just going to have to kind of eyeball it. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm actually going to select the original weapon, select it, delete it, and now notice that before I delete that weapon, its pivot point's at 0, 0, 0. So we need to make sure that our weapon's pivot point is there too. So I'm going to say effect pivot only, come down here, right click these arrows. Next I need to reset the X form, so I'll select my weapon, go to Tools, Reset X form, Reset Selected, come back to Modify, right click, Collapse All, yes. It's basically getting rid of any transformations that have been applied to the mesh, like rotating, scaling, moving, etc. Okay, so from here we need to add a skin modifier and actually rig it to the appropriate bone. Now if you go on Dota 2's website, it'll tell you what bone to add these to. I know that this is going to be, let's see here, right hook 4_0, so we'll select. Now if I hit Edit Envelopes, you can see that all of those vertices are being controlled by this bone. That's pretty much it, so whenever this guy moves, this is going to follow. Next up, I need to come in here and hit H, select my model, and then also select the bone it's rigged to. Go to File, Export, Export Selected, and from here I'm going to save it to my desktop for now. We're going to call this Bloodstone Blade. If I were to publish it, that's what I'd call it. And then I'll hit Save. Making sure that tangents and binormals is checked. Also making sure it's triangulated. We'll hit OK. And it's giving me an error saying, hey, or it's giving me more of a warning, just telling me, hey, it's triangulating things. I'll say OK. And that's good. Next up, what I want you guys to do, I want you to load up Dota. From here, I want to go to Store, Workshop, Publish New Submission, Wearable Item. I'm going to call this Bloodstone Blade. Select Hero, Bloodseeker. From here, it's going to be the weapon, models, in-game geometry. I need to browse. I'm going to go ahead and select this. Well, I guess I saved this one to my desktop. We are going to load the textures really quickly. So all those textures we created in the previous versions, hit open. It's now open those. In-game geometry. This is obviously going to be in my, let's see here. Let's go to C, users, A Smith, desktop, Bloodstone, here we go. Alright, then once I have those two things loaded up, I can hit close, hit import, and it's going to check it for anything. If you get an error, you're going to have to go back and figure out what's going wrong with it, troubleshoot it, import, okay. And so now you can see my weapon is in Bloodseeker's hand because we've moved it and exported it appropriately. Now this part's so cool because I can tell it to do his different attacks, and it's quite cool to see what it looks like with my weapon. I think this is always very rewarding to see. Now you'll notice in his other hand he does not have this weapon. Well, that's actually a additional item, and I've already imported that, so I'm actually just going to go find it real quick. Offhand weapon, offhand, open that up, close. There we go. So now I have both my weapons in here, looking good, and honestly it looks pretty awesome, I think. I like to scroll through and take a look at and see what he looks like. I just love the glowing bloodstones in the weapon here. Just from far away, looks really nice. Really draws attention to the character and everything else. Yeah, very cool. So from here I can see what he looks like in game from a day preview. Again, always changing the animations a little bit, seeing how the silhouette reads and the colors read. Blood Rage, pretty cool. I think this looks pretty awesome actually. I think I'd buy this item. Okay, anyways, coming back here, we can see what it looks like at night. I get a portrait preview if you're doing anything with the head. This little option here, I can actually load it into the game and see what it's like when he's playing with my items in the game. From here, I need to come in here and pick Bloodseeker, pick it, hit play. And now, if I came in here and I zoom in, we can see that he is now running around with my light blades, which is pretty awesome. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to take this any further. I wish I could. But hopefully you guys learned something, and I quite enjoyed this process. Thanks for watching.